did. That's good.
I had hair at one time.
So as we start, Tom's is a little bit different. Jeff, who's another person who's in our Hall of Fame, has something that he would like to share as we start with Tom's recognition. So Jeff Ekman, if you jump in here.
Sure, thank you.
Actually, these aren't my words. Tom's coach his football coach from his days at New Berlin West here, very much wanted to come from Arizona tonight to honor Tom, but he couldn't. So he sent me an email. I'm not sure he's very good at emailing things, but anyway, he wanted me to read this. And Tom was very, you could tell when we were in high school and years after talking to Buck, Tom was always one of his very favorite players, if not the most favorite. And he admired your athleticism and character and leadership skills, and you were his favorite. So anyway, here's Buck's words. Tonight is to celebrate the career of Tom Kolb, and I would like to add a few thoughts. I had to correct some of his grammar in here. A few thoughts I had when I heard about this. First, I wish I could attend the celebration, but I just left Wisconsin to travel back to Arizona and cannot make the trip so soon again. Tom Kolb was instrumental in our championship of the Parkland Conference during his senior year. Beyond being a great player, he was a great leader, one of the two best leaders I ever remember during my 12 years of coaching. I believe if he had been bigger and a step quicker, he would have played Big Ten football. I actually think he would have been a pro football player. You were that good. That's me, not Buck. Tom's dad came to see me when they moved to New Berlin to tell me about him and to meet the coach. Tom came from a great family, an outstanding high school player and a great leader. Congratulations, Tom.
Awesome.
Thank you. So I can't say a lot more than that. So I'm gonna give you a list. Really, Tom graduated in 1971 from New Berlin West. And the information that I have is, you already heard a little bit about his athletic prowess. I'll share a little bit more. During his time at New Berlin West, he was awarded a total of 8 varsity letters, 3 in football, 3 in baseball, and 2 in wrestling. He excelled in football and baseball, receiving a plethora of accolades prior to his departure. As a junior in 1969, Tom received honors as an all-conference and all-county linebacker and guard. During his senior campaign, he was voted captain and team MVP, selected as an all-state first-team linebacker during a time, and this doesn't happen anymore. Now there's 7 divisions in football, and that was a no-division time in football. So he was one of the very few first-team all-state linebackers at that time. Tom was also awarded all-conference recognition in baseball during his junior and senior years. Upon graduation, Tom attended Carroll University, where he graduated with a degree in business education and economics, while lettering all 4 years in football, 2 years in baseball. Tom is now retired after 38 years in business and enjoys spending time with his wife, Sue, and their family. Congratulations, Tom, class of 1971. And the other thing I always like to do is if the inductees would like to speak and have thoughts that they would like to share, we give them that opportunity as well. So, Tom?
Yeah, I have about 40 minutes of material here for you. And to dovetail on what Coach Brunkhorst said, I was definitely small, but I was slow. So I got to keep that in mind. It's been 47 years since I was a student athlete here at New Berlin West. There are many great stories and memories from those days. Problem is, I'm 65, old, and I don't remember a single one of them. So that concludes my speech for tonight. I tell you, the years have not been kind. Seriously. First, I want to thank the selection committee for putting on this event tonight. I also want to thank you for your consideration in my induction into the New Berlin West Hall of Fame. I am truly grateful and honored. Anyone who's participated in team sports realizes you're only as good as the people around you. I was clearly the benefactor of having outstanding people surrounding me, including my coaches, teammates, and family. My coaches were exceptional. They provided great leadership, guidance, inspiration, and support. Also good ass kicking when we needed it, which was probably more often than I'd like to admit. Many life lessons were passed on and learned. There's one coach that deserves special recognition since he recognized me. I'm glad I put this in here. And that is Coach Buck Brunkhorst. He was the head football coach in 1970 and primarily responsible for bringing home the very first ever Parkland Conference championship from the Berlin West. My coaches were very instrumental in my development and success as a player, and I can't thank them enough. Next, my teammates, one of which you've already met, Jeff Ekman. Jeff was inducted last year. I knew I was going to do that. I was going to do that. Yes. I knew I should have paid attention in speech class. God damn it. Jeff was a teammate in football, wrestling, and baseball. I'm especially grateful to Jeff because I know there's at least one other member of the Hall of Fame that's older than I am. So thanks for that, Billy. I had fantastic teammates throughout my years here, but I really want to focus on the teammates I had on that 1970 championship football team. This team was very special to me. We shared a drive, desire, commitment to win. We bonded as one with a common goal, which was being conference champions. As Vince Lombardi would say, failure was not an option. We pushed hard on one another to become the very best players we could possibly be. That attitude and determination culminated in a conference championship and certainly made me a better player. I was blessed to have the teammates I had, and I'm very, very grateful to every one of them. Last and most importantly is my family. There are quite a few of them here tonight, and I tell you they'd do anything for a free meal. Writing that check really hurt. By the way, two of my brothers, Jim and Mark, were also athletes here and had very good careers at New Berlin West. I deeply appreciate all you guys being here tonight. Thank you. I do want to give special recognition to two people, my mom and my dad. Mom, I don't know if you want to stand or not. Take a bow. Mom, there are way too many things to thank you for, but here are a few that really stand out. Thank you for rarely missing a game and all the endless hours you spent in the bleachers. Thank you for shuffling around meals to accommodate practice and game schedules. You always had a hot meal for me, and you know how much I like to eat. Thank you for the countless trips to the washing machine and making sure I had clean, dry clothes to wear for practice and games. Thank you for your overall involvement with the team and the Booster Club. Thank you for your support and just being who you are. You're an awesome mom, and I love you very much. My dad. The one regret I have is that he isn't physically here with us tonight, but somehow I feel his presence. I know he is here. He died in December of 2003. My dad was the most influential person in my athletic life and probably life in general. One of my earliest childhood memories was my dad and my grandpa pitching me wiffle ball in our backyard. If not for my dad, I may never have even been involved in sports. He taught me basic skills, provided encouragement, gave constructive criticism, which was necessary, and molded me as an athlete. He was my inspiration and mentor. The honor being bestowed upon me today is as much as it is mine. Thanks, Dad, for being there every step of the way. I miss you and I love you. Thanks to everyone who made this possible tonight.